going to start what is local scope. So mainly there are two type of scope in Python, local and global. So now I'm going to start what is local scope, and after this video I'm going to cover up what is global scope. So local scope means when you define any variable into function with locally. So how it is work? So suppose you define a function definition is def, and function name is my fun. Suppose I am taking a function example for this, and I am calling this function my fun. So let me print it something like print. So now I am printed like my name is Nikhil, and I am declaring one variable inside this. Let me declare variable name a is equal to like Nikhil, and I will define my age also is equal to 30. So let define inside the f string for this. So my name for this curly braces, and will define name variable a. Uh, Let me just modify my name as here I will define it. My name is Nikhil with variable, and my age is I will define curly braces with variable b. So when I'll run this, let me just show you what happened. It will just print it out. My name is Nikhil and my age is 30. So these a and b variable is a local variable for this function. When you are just calling outside of this function, both the variables, suppose I am just uh, print a outside of this and run, it will give me error because local variable a and b you can't access outside of this function. That's why it's giving an error. And suppose if you are defining any third variable, suppose I am giving an example of second variable which I have added inside this my function, and while I'm running it, so it will also give me error because b and a is a local variable you can't access outside of this function. The scope of this variable inside of function is only. So let me just show you here. If you define anything, I'm comment this. If you define any I am defining a here n is a parameter, and in n I am defining one address, address address. So this n also n parameter takes address data value, and n is also is a local variable for this function you can't access outside of this function. So while I'm running this function and I am taking an example of n parameter outside of calling this function and print it, you will get the same error because n is not defined. And scope is only the local means inside of the function. That's why it's giving an error. So what is the execution process? So first it will Python is an interpreter, so so it will go line by line. So it comes with first line definition of Python is my function, and it created one memory allocation my function along with some data memory objects, and after that it will just come into the sixth line, and in between there are some variables a and b. Also it will define inside of object of my function memory allocation. So when it's come with slide number 6, it will see like my function already calling here. It's my function caller. So it will calling directly this function and call the value. My name is Nikhil and my age is 30. So what happened when you will calling the same variable, like I'm just calling outside of this variable a. So before that it will just erase all the memory of inside the function. That's why you are unable to get this scope outside of this function. That's why a is not defined for the you you can't access a outside of this function. So this is the mainly example I am giving you. So if you have a certain line of codes in your script, you can also use local built-in functions. Suppose I'm using a local one, print local built-in functions. So when I run this, I will comment this. So see what happened. So along with my name is Nikhil and my age 30, it's giving an output of N address A Nikhil B 30. It's giving all the local variable name like A, B or N as a parameter, also a local variable name. It's giving all the outputs local variable name in dictionary. If you are just finding means uh, the length of this local variable, how many local variable have used in your script, so you can use length function. Length is a basic built-in function. So I am just running it. So you will get a length 3. There are three variable a, b and n. So there are three local variable. That's why it's giving 3. And suppose if you want to get, suppose I am just giving it, I am defining a variable named c is equal to local, and it's giving me dictionary, right? So I want to just access dictionary element with like a is present here or not. So I'll just say a. It give me the output what is the data value of